Hello, Leo. Welcome to your monthly reading. Just a little hair flip for the Leos. And yeah, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I do monthly readings for all of the signs. So please check out your other placements. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. As a general reading, it might not resonate for all of you, so take from it whatever will serve you best. And if anything I say does resonate or does provide some guidance or knowledge, please like, comment, and subscribe. Would love to have you and continue reading for you. So we'll get into it. We're going to look at what the current energy is, what the main block is, what is emerging, and what is the advice. So here we go. What is the current energy for Leos? Two of Wands. Some long-term world building going on. Leos, thinking about the future. We'll come back to that. Just want to get all the other cards out. So main block, Queen of Swords in reverse. What is emerging? Two cards, Judgment in reverse, Ace of Swords. And what is the advice? Interesting, might need to clarify that. Ten of Swords and Knight of Cups. Okay, so gonna take you down for a closer look. There we go. Let's talk about this current energy, Leo. For some of you, for a lot of you, it's the time to really be thinking about how you want this new year to go. I say the new year because we are technically entering into the new astrological new year and into spring, and it just feels like coming into a new cycle right now. And for a lot of you, that really comes with a lot of thinking about the state of the world and your place within it. The Two of Wands is that long-term visioning. So this is a great month for you to think about that too. I would say in terms of harnessing this energy to think about really committing to some not plans, but committing to a vision of what you want your life to look like, and making that really concrete somehow, like not just keeping it in your own head, but somehow making it physical in a way. So it could be coming up with a vision board, or just journaling and just writing out some goals or writing out some dreams and desires, and or chatting with a trusted loved one or friend or partner about it. Like, we're really in, I think, this month, a new phase that really comes with the changing of the seasons. When spring comes, when these little buds get budding, that's when everyone kind of wakes up a little bit more. We've been in hibernation. We've been in a really, challenging period of world history, and I think now is the time to kind of step up. Like, we've had time to take in those lessons from the past year, and we are emerging wiser. We're emerging, different people. So Leo, it's time for you to step into this new self and into this new future that you want to build. Your main block, Queen of Swords. I'm going to clarify that. Tell me more about the block for Leo. Tell me more about the block for Leo. Hanged Man. And Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. The block for you, Leo, is really going to be not, with this Hanged Man energy, like not feeling too paralyzed to act. I think when we look at this, you know, in conjunction with our Two of Wands here, I think for some of you, sometimes you can kind of stay, like I said, your dreamings, your manifestings and visionings, they kind of stay too much in the heady thinking realm. And because there's so much you want to accomplish, there's so much you want to see happen, and there's so much you want to experience that because you have such a big, like, sweeping vision of it all, it can be a little bit of a double-edged sword, because just the magnitude of what you are visioning can also put you in a space where there's just so much of it that you don't really know how to start, or you don't really know how to put it into action. And so you kind of just leave yourself hanging a little bit in terms of like this this energy with the Hanged Man of not really committing to a path, or not really committing to an action. And so the block really comes then with, you know, affecting your ability to make decisions, your ability to just make any decision to take you towards some of these long-term goals. Because there's a sense that, like, you don't want to make the wrong choice, but that all or nothing thinking, that's really what the main block is for you. Because when you see the world on the one hand with all these possibilities, but on the other hand, when it comes to your role in it, when you only see, like, I'm either going to make the right choice or the wrong choice, that really just, like, paralyzes you, and that just causes you to stay where you are at the end of the day, because you're too scared to make the wrong choice, even though there's no such thing. And this kind of all or nothing thinking is, like, not helpful. That's really the thing you want to be watching out for, and you just want to interrupt that a little bit, that kind of binary thinking, because again, it's really going to just burn yourself out in a way by constantly thinking about what you could be doing or what you should be doing, but feeling too unprepared all the time, or feeling too unsure, or again, just being caught up in making the quote-unquote right choice. So watch out for that. In terms of what's emerging, what do we have? Ace of Swords. Yeah, so there are new ideas coming out for you. And what's emerging is also this sort of awakening that is, with this Judgment card, this awakening to your purpose. And this realization that you have the agency to take control of your own your own life and to take control of how you, what you put out into the world. This is that sword energy that, you know, you're trying to pull from, or to pull out of this block where you think that, where you're too paralyzed to act, right? The opposite of that, that's going to come out, if you're able to move past this block, is the power of action, the power of decision, and the power to make a choice. That's going to feel really powerful and really empowering. How many times can I say power? I don't know. But again, it's just this idea that you're going to be really awakened to the possibilities, awakened to your own strength, your own power. And you're going to be able to really make some strides in your goals and in your intentions, like turning your intentions and dreams into concrete things. Okay, so then we get to our advice, and I am going to clarify this, but the advice for you, Leo, we have the Knight of Cups and we have Ten of Swords. So I think actually what the Ten of Swords actually speaks to this idea of, like, again, we were talking about earlier, the fear of failure or the fear of making the wrong choice being your biggest obstacle right now to, you know, to harnessing this beautiful, expansive perspective. The advice is to actually, I think, you know, to actually not be afraid of the worst that could happen. To know that even if it all doesn't go the way you think or want it to go, you're still going to be okay. It's just going to become like anything to do with challenges or perceived failure, or just, you know, things going off course, or, you know, even getting hurt, or any of that is just part of what is going to continue building your own person and your own character. It's going to just get absorbed into the journey that you're on. There's no end. This doesn't mean that it's an ending. This doesn't mean that, like, that's it. You tried, it didn't work, and done. Like, no. This just becomes part of your story. And I think the advice here is that if it is really failure that you're afraid of, to not avoid thinking about it, to not avoid thinking about, you know, failing or getting hurt or any of that. Like, embrace those feelings. The advice here is to really embrace your fears. The Knight of Cups is able to acknowledge, observe, and accept and transform all emotions. I think there's quite a lot of a lot of fears and insecurities that you might just be ignoring, or using as an excuse to not go for anything, or to not make any moves, or to not make any decisions, and to just kind of stay in this, like, planning, dreaming stage. But in order to in order to move beyond that, in order to really step into your power and yourself, you need to be able to spend time with those emotions, the challenging emotions, to not be afraid of meeting them and yeah, meeting them with curiosity. And again, there's this Ten of Swords. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I just think it speaks to needing to lean into those fears a bit more. And as soon as you do, like, I think my guess is as soon as you just like say them out loud, or as soon as you just acknowledge them, they're not even going to be that scary. Like, you're going to be able to see that, you're going to be able to feel that even if the worst you can think of does happen, it's not going to be the end of anything. It's just going to be a continuation of the beautiful journey you're on. Okay, Leo, so let's end with our little love forecast. What's the love forecast for Leos? Oh, the cards are jumpy. Okay, love forecast for Leos. That was a lot. Try again. Love forecast for Leos, come on. Okay, I'll take the Star and Knight of Wands. Someone just got this. Aries just got Knight of Wands. And in Aries love forecast, the Sun card came up. So the Leo came up in Aries, and now this Aries, I mean, this is not necessarily Aries, but this played a big role in Aries' reading. So Aries is maybe someone. Let's take a look at these cards. Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, okay, look at this. Okay. Star card. We're talking about renewal, rebirth of potentially new love. Look at that, more cup energy going on here. Then we're getting into this similar energy of, look at this, 2 and 3 of Wands. This is someone who's going to be potentially in your long-term future, is going to be part of that picture for you. This person that you meet, this King of Cups, right, with your Knight of Cups. Yeah, I like it. I like this so much for you, Leo. I feel like, similar to what I told Aries, if you are in a relationship, there's this energy of starting to think about the long term and asking questions about if this partner you're with, this King of Cups, whether they are someone, or this Knight of Wands, right? These could all be potential partners, even like this, whoever it is. This idea of a long-term future, of a long-term lasting connection that continues to grow and to build, and someone who is going to be by your side building that future together. Like, this is all something to think about if you're in a long-term relationship, that some of you are already thinking about it. And if you're not, then this might be a month to add that to your kind of intentions and manifestations, right? And then for the single Leos, also the Star, there could be a rebirth, a renewal. So for some of you who are single, or dealing with someone, or dealing with something and some ex or someone from the past, there might be a reconciliation coming your way. Both these cards kind of speak to that, reconciliation card. So potentially a revival of an old connection could be happening. And then the other possibility for single Leos is those of you who are perfectly happy staying single, and instead it's about deepening your friendships and deepening your kind of your homies, your ride or dies, the people who are going to surround you with support and love, um, and, uh, and affirmations. Like this is your crew here. This is your crew here, Leo, and you're in your element here too, like at a music festival, um, just celebrating, living life, having a good time. So single Leos, like I'm a Leo rising, so and I'm single, so for me this is the card that I'm gonna go with for myself. But you know, whatever situation you're in, love situation you're in, Leo, like this is beautiful, just all around beautiful, like harmonious, potential reconciliation or deepening of an existing relationship, or just living your best life as someone who is voluntarily single. So, Leo, I'm wishing you a beautiful month, dreaming about the future and also putting things into action, right? And not being afraid of the worst and not being afraid of failure, leaning into all of your emotions. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.